Sagittarius. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me for this. I'm so glad you are here. You're always welcome. For those of you who are returning, thanks for coming back to this, to watch another one of my videos. If you've been watching my content and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and support this channel by subscribing. Like this video if it enlightens you, it illuminates your well-being, and share with someone who can benefit from these energies, because I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that can benefit from the messages given here. All right, Sagittarius, we're going to look into the energy surrounding you for the month of May 2023. Remember, time is fluid, energies are always changing. Just because I say May does not mean that it has to be this May. Could be next May, could have been last month, could be next month, whatever, okay? Wow, you guys got 3 cards. We're going to look into also what you're struggling with for the month, how to overcome the struggles, what's coming to you in the month of May that you don't see, right? And we're going to get guidance from Holy Spirit on how to best navigate the energy surrounding you for the month of May. We'll also pull the wellness dice to see what self-care tips are going to help you raise your vibration, and to also assist with navigating the energies for the month of May. There will be an extended for this reading. It will be your love reading for May. The link is in the description. We have Judgment. Aries got that at the bottom of their deck. 9 of Pentacles. Chariot. We have 2 majors. Cancer energy. Numero 7, number 7. That's the most divine number and all the numbers. 3 of Wands as your overall energy for May. I just heard very loudly, don't rest on your laurels. Do not give up. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. No, this is keep going. It's a long journey. It's a long process. Your whatever your passions are, whatever it is that your purpose is, your healing, your evolution of the soul, you becoming this brand new person, it is a long process. I know I am in this. I've been in this for a very long time. All right. But let me tell you, the person you become is going to be something that's so glorious. You're going to look back at all the hard work you put on and be like, wow, I didn't realize that I could become this person. I didn't realize that I had this amount of power, this amount of confidence, this amount of strength, this amount of intelligence, okay? This is about expansion, expanding your horizons. Every time you were doing your healing journey, you were living your life's purpose, following the calling, you're always growing, learning, expanding. You're always leveling up. For some of you, there's a massive leveling up with your gifts. Okay, those of you who are continuing on your path, you're taking the breaks necessary, but you're not stopping there. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going, but you just learn to take a breather and you keep trudging along. You keep pushing forward. You're not forcing anything to happen. You're just going forward at a decent pace according to what God has asked you to run this by, to move. Why am I hearing Oprah Winfrey? That's kind of crazy. Anyway, you may be called to travel, or there's a leveling up with your spiritual gifts, or you're expanding. God is exalting you because maybe with what you're part of your life's purpose, it involves travel. You're going to be doing your teachings. You're going to be leading others to victory with this Chariot card. And you're traveling to different places to help people with their life purpose, to help them to resurrect themselves, for them to come into a new world where they're free, they're liberated, that the path is always clear, that there's nothing obstructing their pathway from them, between them and God. You could be a messenger of God, because if I'm not mistaken, Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel's in this card. Either way, it's an archangel, okay? So, this is being that leader. It's like leadership here, but this is about you following your own guidance, but you be an example of leading others to victory. Okay, so again, this is another travel card. Some of you may very well be relocating. You may be traveling for work, traveling for love. Maybe you're going on a vacation across the ocean, maybe traveling the world. You may be moving across a body of water, or moving to the other side of the country, or moving to another country, period. Like you're going from the United States to England or something like that, okay? Or you're moving from California to Maryland, or Florida to California, or something like that, moving across country. There is a big energy of travel here. Some of you may literally be traveling or moving somewhere else because you could be moving to a state or a country that is more expansive than the one you're in, because it frees up more of the energy, and you are going to impact more people in this region, in this state, in this country, whatever this is for you. You may have not gotten the calling yet, but apparently the calling is coming. It may come to you in dreams. It may be like some big blaring of a trumpet that just you hear all of a sudden. Oh my God, you pick up on something. God says go. God says do this, whatever, right? And for part of you, some of you, your life's mission is for you to help free people from the chains that bind them, for them to have a more solid, stable connection, line of communication with God. It's you and God, not you, somebody else, and God, right? Like me, I'm a messenger, I'm a guide. I help you get there. I do not dictate how you will become closer with God. I do not spell it out for you. I cannot give you all the secrets. I cannot give you all of the rules. I cannot give you all of the messages either, right? I guide you there. So this is like surrendering here for the month of May. Like there's a serious decision you're gonna have to make, but God is calling you to make that decision, and you can't be afraid of that. You can't go backwards. You can't take 10 steps back when you've made all of these steps forward. Don't get stagnant. There may have been some of you where you stopped moving forward. You stopped on your journey along the way because maybe you were like, I don't see the end of the road. I don't see what's going to happen. How do I know I'm going to get to my destination? How do I know that I'm going to, how do I know that I'm going to get there? How do I know that God is leading me to somewhere that I need to be, right? But this is having that trust and faith in God. When you have that balance and that self-control, like, okay, I got to hold the reins a little bit, but not, it's kind of like you're keeping yourself inside the chariot. You are in the chariot, but God runs the horses, okay? Because now I'm hearing, sometimes when you're riding a horse or something, there could always be a chance where the horse just goes off on its own. Anybody who knows anything about horses, that can happen, right? And if you don't have some sort of control, or you're not paying attention, you can get thrown off the chariot. But this is something about you are holding on, not for dear life, but holding on so much so that no matter any obstructions or obstacles get in your way, you know that God is going to lead you around that. You're going to be able to obliterate the obstacles or whatever. You're still going to maintain some sort of balance and control here so that you don't fly off the wagon, that you don't fly off the chariot. Because some of you may have flown off the wagon. You may have flown off the chariot. You may have gotten off your path because you didn't have the willpower, fortitude to stay on this path. Because for some of you, you've been working really hard on something, but it's been a long time coming. This is a long journey. This is also about you had long-term plans for something. You wanted to move, you wanted to be somewhere by now, but you're not there. Or this is about you sitting down to make long-term plans, okay? Like, well, I want to be here, I want to do this. But I just have to trust that God is going to lead me there. You have two major arcana with the Judgment and the Chariot. This is like God calling you. I need you to make a decision here. You either continue on your path or you don't. You either keep going through this, you keep leveling up, or you don't, because this journey is helping you to level up. And when we're leveling up, guys, it takes a long time. So if God's calling you to keep pushing forward through this, to stay on this path, you stay on this path because you are on the right path. This is my Thomas the Train card, my little engine that could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I can go the distance. I can go the distance. I will take the breaks when necessary, but I'm not going to stop dead in my tracks. I'm not going to say, my God, I've been on this journey for a long time. What's going on? I don't see anything in front of me. Am I sure I'm on the right path? Because I don't see where the hell I'm going. You do not need to see what the destination is. You have to enjoy the journey. That is cliche, but that's what they want me to say. You really have to trust and have faith in God that He's leading you to victory. You will have the breakthrough. You will be able to obliterate these obstacles, these things getting in your way, whether it's with yourself getting in your way or other people or things getting in your way. You will get there. You have to go the distance, though. You have to trust in your abilities and trust in God. This is taking action when God says action. This is when God says go, you go. If this has to do with a move and God hasn't told you anything yet, God is about to tell you when to go. And for some of you, you will get this communication, you will get this word, you will get the calling, maybe it's a literal call, whether it's the archangels or not. You might get a literal call, hey, like, you know, you need to move here, or God says, giving you signs and synchronicities or whatever, I need you to relocate here, I need you to travel to here. For some of you, it's going to be a long distance place. It's not close to where you are. With the Three of Wands, I'm getting a strong energy. Either you're moving to another part of the world or you're moving cross country. You could be moving somewhere to start a business with the Nine of Pentacles. Or if you have a business already, you're self-employed, okay? Your business is expanding and you're going to be moving somewhere where your business is going to be able to grow more because of the literal landmass of where you're moving to, right? Case in point, I was told, God led me to move from Maryland to Florida, and when I realized something and I was hearing people talk about this, God moved me because Maryland is small compared to Florida. And then things started to change when I got to this state and I started to grow. I started to learn more. I started to expand more. My abilities got better. They got more advanced, all right? Because I needed the energy to have that. On top of that, the energy in the house I was living, the state I was living, the area I was living, it was not for me anymore. So God said, we've got bigger things coming for you, so you've got to move. For some of you, this is what this is, right? And this was talking about like not only my abilities, but my business. And God was telling me, okay, you've done your work. This is doing the work, rewards for your labor. But in order for me to give you the rewards, I need you to move over here. In order for me to give you the miracles, I need you to move over here. If you watch my live that I did on May 8th, there's a live stream that I did while I was doing my walk last night. I'm recording this on the 9th. I highly recommend you watch that because I explain a lot about that. Okay? I was trusting where God was leading me towards, and boy, I was not expecting the amazing things that God did in my life when I moved here. I didn't see it. I had tunnel vision, or I was like, I had such, like, my line of sight is only so much. God can see everything. I'm like, God, why am I going there? I have what's there for me? Oh my God, God had so much for me. It wasn't even funny. Okay. So, some of you, this is a literal move. Or again, you're going to be traveling a lot for your work. If you have a business already, you're going to be traveling a lot for work. I'm hearing somebody is being exalted. There's a higher calling for somebody. Somebody's mission's about to change. Yeah, there's a transition here with this Chariot card. You have to understand that whatever God is calling you to do next, whatever your next mission is, it's on the right path. You are on the right track. You need to trust where God's leading you. It will definitely lead you to more abundance. There's something about finally getting the rewards in the physical for all the hard work you put in, especially if you own a business, okay? Don't judge the current circumstances that you are in thinking that you're not going to reap the rewards, thinking that you're not going to come into that money, or that your business won't be successful or take off. There's a lot of success here with the Nine of Pentacles with the Chariot, okay? Whatever this is, this long journey you've been on was to level you up, to get you ready for the big time, is what I'm hearing. You're no longer having fear-based thinking. You're realizing that all this hard work you've put into your business yourself was to help you to grow, to level up, to expand, to like realize your potential here. This was helping you to raise your vibration so that you can manifest your dreams. But you've gotten to a level, some of you, that you are manifesting your dreams in ways you did not expect. It's exactly what happened when I came here. And now they're telling me I didn't even know that I was manifesting that. I was manifesting the miracles because I was being obedient to God, because I was trusting where God was leading me. When God said to move, I moved, and I didn't force it. I didn't reject it. I didn't try to stay back in Maryland or in Virginia. I continued to do my work. I continued to stay self-fulfilled, self-employed, because I also had the option of going back to a 9-to-5 job. I still stayed the course. I still stayed on my path, no matter how crazy it was, no matter how big the move was. And God's like, Jess, if you're moving again and God tells me this, I'm ready to go. I'm not afraid where God is leading me to, especially if I move to a much bigger state, especially when I move to a completely new area again, just like what I did when I left Florida in my college years after I graduated to work for the government in the Mid-Atlantic. I left everyone and everything behind, and I took very few things with me. It was a massive step out of my comfort zone, but God's like, I literally got a call from the government saying, hey, you got cleared. We're offering you the job. We're going to move you up. That was my call. I said, okay, let's go set up the paperwork. Let's start doing all this stuff. Let's go. Let's move far away. I moved miles away from where I was. I had no idea what was there. I had never been to Maryland, Virginia. We were only there for a week before we could find an apartment. When my parents drove me up there, I had no idea what was coming. I had no idea what was going to happen there, exactly what my job would look like, or what would happen after that. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it because I was on my own. This move was to help me to be self-sufficient, to make something of myself by myself, without my parents, without the help of family around. That builds something great in me that I didn't think I had possible, because I was an introvert. I was very scared of people. I was very shy, and God's like, I gotta push you out the nest, Jess. And if it weren't for that call, if it weren't for that job that I got, and I trusted God with it, I would not be where I'm at today. It's all perfect planning that God does. He knows the path you're supposed to take. He's a million steps ahead of you. But he's building you up to be this very self-sufficient, independent person. You're not fearing anything. And anything that you touch turns to gold. Anything that you work hard on, it's building something within you. Building character, building resilience. You're trusting more in your abilities here. Everything that God is leading you towards is part of your life's purpose. It's your life story, culminates to everything to where you get to a level that it's expansive. You get to a level where you are now able to do something, the ability to do something that's part of your life's purpose, and then That part ends in your journey, and then you move on to the next. And there are some of you, if you haven't gone through this yet, you're going to have direction changes, especially with a mission. Direction changes in living, where you're living, okay? So, whatever this heeding the call is, you're being called to do this, especially if you're being called to move at a distance. You're moving far away for some of you. You're traveling somewhere far, you're relocating somewhere far. Trust that it's going to, you will be rewarded by being obedient. You cannot worry about what lies ahead. It's the journey that's it's the journey that's the most important thing here. So another message I'm getting all of a sudden is someone has been waiting for the right moment to strike. Someone has been waiting for the call. Someone has been waiting for the go-ahead, the green light from God. There's a big decision that someone needs to make, something about a second chance or being offered forgiveness. Someone feels a lot free and clear. Someone's being told by God the path is clear. You're being liberated. You're being exalted. You now have freedom to move about the cabin. And someone has been like waiting patiently here for the next instruction from God. And apparently somebody did get that next instruction from God. They got the trumpets blaring in their head, in their ear. And God is saying, okay, you can't stop here. You have to keep going. You need to move forward with this decision. It's a very serious decision. There's also a huge decision about resurrecting a connection. Aries got this energy. So if Aries is significant to you, I highly recommend you watch that. Something with Mars energy. I think Mars is still in Cancer. But anyway, someone here is like, okay, they're getting the call to move, to relocate, maybe to where you are, maybe to go start a business. If they want to manifest their dreams, they need to keep going. They need to take action. They need to move towards someone. Some of you, your person's moving towards you. Or they're relocating to be where you are. All right? Somebody's not going to be single for much longer. Because when I see this Judgment card, there's a resurrection of the counterparts. Okay? It's a new beginning for the both of them. The archangels are now calling the orchestration of this union to happen. Because you've both done the hard work. You're now going to reap the rewards for your labor. You've learned what is really of value. You learned about self-confidence and self-value and self-worth. You learn to have a beautiful, happy-go-lucky life on your own. You built your business on your own. You built so many things on your own. You built a tremendous amount of character. You built up your skills and your talents. You start to realize that you're so capable of so many wonderful things. Always capable of success, no matter what anybody says. Because you don't seek validation outside of yourself. You don't seek the accolades. You don't seek the degrees. You don't seek the certifications. You know you're that good because you believe in yourself. Because you put in the hard work to build up those skills, build up those abilities. And you stayed on track no matter how hard it got. You hit obstacles, you hit brick walls, and you're like, nope, I'm not stopping there. I'm not going backwards. I'm going to keep moving forward. And somebody sees this about you. And you're actually inspiring them to take action. You're actually transmuting your confident energy to give this person the confidence to take action to move towards you. Could even be taking a big risk to actually travel to see you, because there's like a traveler, someone showing up at your door with this energy, and or literally moving to where you are. But whatever it is you've been trying to manifest, if you've been staying on course, you've been staying on track, and you've been following your mission, and you've done everything necessary to get into alignment with your heart's desires, you're manifesting some nice money into your life. You're manifesting a life of luxury with this Nine of Pentacles. Okay. All right, let's see what you may be struggling with for the month of May 2023. What might Sagittarius be struggling with for the month of May 2023? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Empathic starseed. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. See, you're struggling with catching everybody else's energies. A lot of you are going to have to do some aura cleansing. Maybe you need to work with someone to do some aura cleansing, because maybe what you are doing is getting you off track and you're stopping on your path, on your journey. You're not continuing to do your healing work or whatever it is. You regress. You take 10 steps back when you've made like 4 steps forward type of thing. You get stagnant, you get complacent, you stop like, do I need to redo this? Am I doing this right? I don't see any results yet, right? But what's happening is other people's energies are affecting you from staying on course, from continuing to move forward, to have the willpower. Because guys, let me tell you, it's funny I'm talking about willpower, because for whatever reason, I usually have a lot of energy, but there's something that I'm absorbing and I had to clear my space. I'm having to clear my energies after everything that I do now. And I never used to do that because my abilities are expanding. So they're telling me that my radius, it's expanded way bigger than what it was like last week, which means with my energies, they're so expansive. I'm actually drawing it. So case in point, I'm sitting in the neighborhood, right? I'm in a house in the neighborhood. I can pick up on things in the neighborhood. Now I'm going outside the city limits. That's what they're telling me. So some of you, you're starting to absorb more people's energies from afar. It could even be from other countries or other states, guys. This is really big for some of you, because some of you, you've leveled up so much, but there's like a downside to that, because now you're picking up on way more people's energies, even coming from animals and God knows what else, electricity even, okay? So some of you may not know this. Some of you are an empathic starseed and you're struggling with this, and some of you don't even realize you're this. If you haven't had a starseed reading, if you don't know anything about your starseed role, or if you want to know if you're actually a starseed, but because that card's coming out, it's really highly likely that all of you are starseeds. If you don't know anything about starseeds, I highly recommend that you get my Star Wars reading. So anybody who's a Jedi is a starseed. That's what I just had heard. Anyway, I'm going crazy. No, I'm not. So I do starseed origins readings. We talk about what starseed families you're from. We talk about what your foundation is, what your mission really is, what you need to learn, what you struggle with during this Earth School stuff, what lessons you're learning, what your gifts are, and what your path, what your ultimate goal as a starseed is. All right, this helps you to better understand why you have a tendency to absorb a lot of other people's energies, why certain things happen and it stops you in your tracks, you stop progressing, that type of thing. Excuse me. So you're struggling with clearing your energies. All right, see, I've been coughing a lot. I'm picking up on way more stuff these days, guys. And I've been doing fine. And now it's kind of like aggravating me. But I'm more sensitive to energies these days. But some of you don't have energetic sovereignty. It's kind of like you have to protect your boundaries, protect your energy. Some of you are going to have to do a lot more cleansing than you normally do, because there's a strong energy of leveling up, okay? When you level up, you start to pick up on more things, right? It's kind of like the larger the antenna, the more things you pick up type of thing. And if you don't know that you are a starseed, I highly recommend that you do that Starseed Origins reading. You can get 10% off of that reading. The coupon code is in the description box below, but it'll help you to better understand how to better protect your energies and figure out why certain things are difficult for you because you are a starseed that picks up on practically everything. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Venus is now in Cancer, and the Chariot is the Cancer card, okay? So this is now surrendering to that sweetness, being in tune with your Shakti, you know, taking care of yourself. Some of you are absorbing too much of what other people are doing, and you're not protecting your energies, you're not protecting your boundaries. You're not setting your boundaries. You're not doing the things that you love to do with that Venus energy. Tapping into your pleasure, what gives you joy, what you love to do, being more sensual. When you're eating a meal, you are savoring it. You're not swallowing the meal, okay? I got a sexual thought. Anyway, you're making love to life. You're enjoying life. And this is also part of the grounding. When you're absorbing other energies, whether it's from animals, people, whatever, the towers, cell phone towers. You gotta learn how to ground. You gotta learn how to go out there and enjoy nature. This person is in a beautiful pool of water. Could be an inlet, a cove, or something like that. Look at this. This is beautiful out here. This person's in the water, and she's not. And I think he's calling to her, say, hey, get in the water already. But I have this cape on. I don't have a bathing suit. I don't like wearing a bathing suit in front of people. I don't know why I have a high voice, because I have a female voice anyway, but that's besides the point. My voice isn't as feminine anyway, but I like it. Anywho, it's kind of like, no, I don't, I'm going to do it again. I don't like being in a bathing suit. I don't want to go in the water. I don't want to see my chichos. I don't want people to see, I don't want people to see my rolls or whatever. Get out of that. If you're thinking this, get out of that. I'm getting something about, you know, you need some water therapy. You want to go swimming. You want to go in the ocean. Or you want to be in the body of water. Like, go in there. Enjoy yourself, right? Connect with nature. And it doesn't have to be with water. Just go out there, because somebody's already in that water. Someone's already like, hey, just come with me. Like, let's do this thing. There's something about emotions here, right? It's like, when you are doing something that makes you feel a lot of pleasure, makes you feel a lot of joy, you have to allow yourself to really enjoy that time, and you can't feel guilty about it, right? Because some of you, with absorbing other people's energies, you may be like stopping in your tracks, or you're not continuing on with manifesting your dreams because you're trying to fulfill other people's dreams. You're trying to help other people achieve their dreams, and you should be focusing on achieving yours. Okay, so, and that ties into clearing your sacral chakra, but also all of these other things about, you know, Venus in Cancer is about the home, the family, snuggling up with a warm blanket and just watching a movie and having the blanket on your nose, or drinking a nice cup of tea and being at home and just like snuggling, but also like, you love to be outside, you love to be in the water, whatever this is. Again, it says make love to life. Like, allow yourself to like really like wrap your hands around life and just like smooch it till like it falls apart or whatever. I don't know. But, you know, it's tapping into that Shakti energy. There's also this thing about, you know, changing up your home, changing up the look, like the colors, the ambiance. Venus rules Taurus. I'm seeing like Taurus moon type of energy. The ambiance is so important. It's like making everything like color coordinated, or, you know, feng shui or something like that, rearranging things so it changes the energy. Something about even your physical self, changing your hair, your appearance, doing different types of, you know, what brings you joy and pleasure. Like, you may be like looking like somebody that you don't want to look like, or wearing things that you really don't feel like wearing, or you've been programmed to wear them or look like, or something like that. But you're struggling with enjoying life, with tapping into that Venus energy, that is feminine energy, divine feminine energy. Stop being self-conscious. Stop, dressing to fulfill somebody else's dreams or dressing to make somebody else happy. Stop giving your power away and you not tapping into those beautiful things about yourself, or just looking at the beautiful things in life and reveling in those, enjoying those things, stopping to smell the roses type of energy. You got to find a balance with like doing your mission work and doing the things that bring you joy. And some of you struggle with that. Because some of you are so used to kind of catering to other people. That is the shadow side of Cancer. They're so motherly and so nurturing and so loving. Like they put others first and they put themselves last. That is not what God wants you to do. Because when you do that, you don't take care of yourself. You have an empty cup and you can't pour from an empty cup. And sometimes it gets so bad that you lose the cup altogether. So let's see what's coming to you for the month of May that you don't see. What is coming to Sagittarius for the month of May that they don't see? Holy Spirit, thank you. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. I talked about, unless God is telling you to take that leap of faith, then don't take it. But apparently some of you, you're being told to like do some serious move. It's a serious decision. And for some of you, it has to do with a career change or move. I said it, some of you, there's something about moving somewhere far away. Because God's trying to expand you. He's trying to grow you. He's trying to level you up. When we're leveling up, guys, we do that by stepping out of our comfort zone. The Three of Wands comes after the Two. This is already God telling you, I'm expecting you to step out of your comfort zone and just do this thing. Because you can't grow, learn, and evolve even more. You can't expand those gifts, those skills, until you really get out of that place that you've been in, that you feel comfortable in for so long. It's the Cancer energy. Warm and cozy, Venus in Cancer. You can get the shadow side of that. It's like, oh, but I love being in this city. I love being in this town. I love being in this state. I love my house. I love this blanket. It's like, I don't want to change anything. I'm cozy here. I'm comfortable here. But energy gets stagnant. Energy doesn't move or whatever. Or it's like God needs you to keep moving. And then all of a sudden, you're not stepping out of your comfort zone and you're not leveling up in that sense to prepare you for what God has for you. So see, the Chariot and the Judgment card, you have to go first. Some of you may be waiting for the call. And your intuition kind of knows, well, I'm waiting for the green light, right? Waiting. But God's just saying, just make the decision. But some of you already know what to do. You know you need to take a leap of faith here. This is taking a massive risk because you can't see over the horizon. It doesn't matter that you can't see it. It's you trusting the process. It's you continuing on that journey regardless of what lies on the other side of the horizon. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you took that leap of faith, if you went first before the universe said go, would you trust that? Would you trust yourself? If God told you everything according to plan, okay, I'm going to move you here, and this is where you're actually going to reside. This is exactly what's going to happen after you move here. Then after this happens, you're going to go through tower moons, and then you're going to lose these things, and then you're going to move again, and then you're going to do this, and then your skills are going to be this, and this is going to happen, blah, 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 blah. How boring is that? There's no learning process. There's no growth in that. There's also, God doesn't get the glory that way. Because God wants to show you what He's capable of. He wants to shock and awe you. He wants you to trust more in the universe and trust in him, that he will always catch you even when you fail, even when you fall down, even when you hit a brick wall. He's always going to be there because he's always a million steps ahead of you. Okay? This is a big test for some of you, to trust in the universe, to trust in your path, in God's plan. This is for you to just go and do it without knowing what lies ahead. This is exactly what happened when I moved during my college years to start that job, and when I moved back home. If you knew what lied on the other side of the horizon, you would take the leap, wouldn't you? You would make the move. You would make the career change. You would keep going, wouldn't you? If you knew the end result. Oh, okay, it's going to take me 3 to 7 years, God? Okay, so is this what I'm coming into? Am I going to get the abundance? Am I going to be healed? Am I going to have all this money? Is my business going to be successful? Am I going to be raking in the dough? Okay, cool. All right, I'll stay on the path. I'll go through all the obstacles, and everything's going to be fine and whatever. Or you may see all the obstacles, you may see all the fires, you may see the brick walls and be like, oh hell no, I'm running for the hills. Oh hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm not stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm not going to run into those obstacles. I'm not going to run into those things. There's no way, God, I'm not doing it. But guess what? When you take the easy way out, you don't get the massive rewards. You don't get the sacred union. You don't get all of these things that are in your north node. You don't level up. You don't grow. You stay stagnant and stay complacent. Guess what? Your energies will stay in the same level. You won't be able to make an impact in your own life and other people's lives. You won't be at the highest vibration possible to call in miraculous things. You have to trust your path. You don't need to know where you're headed. You need to trust that God's leading you to where you need to be. All right, Saggy Sag, let's see what your guidance is for the month of May 2023. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. So I'm going to be doing the extended after this, guys. That is your love reading for May. The link is in the description. Go to capellawellness.com, click on extended videos, look for Sagittarius, May 2023, in the Sagittarius channel and the extended videos page. Click on the hamburger menu, go hover over the tiles, over the thumbnails, and you will see May 2023 there. What was I going to say? So yeah, we're going to go over the love energy surrounding you for the month of May, what your person wants to say to you, what song they want to dedicate to you. They're going to be big messages in those songs that they dedicate to you. If you've been seeing those songs, that's confirmation of that stuff, right? And you will be able, if you don't know the song, you're going to get bigger messages from your person. They're going to be more insightful for you. We're going to look into how they're feeling about you and what guidance Holy Spirit has for you, how to best navigate the energies for your love situation. So we have butterflies. Whenever you see a butterfly flutter through the grass, it is to remind you of the love of those who've passed. I saw butterflies yesterday. Butterflies are also about transformation. Spread your wings and fly, guys. It's time for you to take a leap. It's time for you to get kicked out of the nest. Like I said, when God told me to leave Florida to move to Virginia, and then I moved to Maryland, was in Maryland for the last 16, 17 years. I had no fucking clue what I was getting myself into. But I am so glad that I did, because one of the main things was that I met my divine counterpart in 2015. I had no clue. I was going to run into him, and then he would be the catalyst for all of this. And I would go through all of these things to be able to do this. It takes away the excitement. It takes away the shock and awe. It takes away the belief in yourself, but also saying, holy cow, I can't believe God orchestrated all this. I can't believe everything led up to this moment. I can't believe how much I've changed, what I was able to accomplish, right? If God would have told me, I didn't even know what a twin flame was. I didn't even know what a divine counterpart was. If God told me ahead of time, there's no learning in that. I would have done my research before. Oh, I'm good. What, divine counterpart? What's that? Oh my gosh, really? Okay, cool. And then I'd be like, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to rely on God for anything because God told me everything. I wouldn't learn shit. I wouldn't grow. I wouldn't evolve if He would have told me everything. It's the same thing for you. And there are other people, your ancestors, those who passed on, who are supporting you with this. They're going to go along with you on that journey, on that path, and they will always be with you. Look at this. Yes. Just say yes. Don't hesitate on it. You're going to make that huge decision, and you're going to say yes to it. God's going to tell you, okay, I need you to do this. I need you to go first. And you're going to say, yeah, God, I got it. And every time God calls you to do something different, you're going to trust in it. You're not going to hesitate. You're going to be like, I know where God's heading. My mission's changing. Okay, fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be very good at this because God's telling me to do it and He knows where I'm headed. If God's telling me to move, I'm trusting in this. I'm saying yes. I'm just going to go. 4-leaf clovers. You have found a 4-leaf clover. Unlucky times will soon be over. You have to trust that those unlucky situations are going to be over. For those of you who've already taken the leap of faith, for those of you who are going to be called to move across the country or to move to another state, another country, whatever this is for you, you're not going to hesitate. You're not going to freak out. There's no fear-based thinking with the 9 of Pentacles. Because you've worked all the way up to now to understand that no matter what God brings into your life, it is for you. When it has to do with your evolution of the soul, when it has to do with your mission work, your purpose, whatever. You have a lot of luck surrounding you. That's because the universe is going to catch you. God is your 4-leaf clover. The universe is your 4-leaf clover. Your ancestors, your archangels are your 4-leaf clovers. Okay? Flowers. Flowers will brighten up your space and create a very friendly place. Now you're going to move somewhere where there are a lot more flowers. Or you need to buy more flowers to put in your house so that you can be surrounded by nature more. Help ground you. There's something about nature with flowers and butterflies here. And music. Fairies dance in the green hollow. When the music plays, joy will follow. Music has helped me a great deal. Like, I don't know what I'd do without it. It's actually helped me to level up too, because I do manifesting with music. It's one of the best tools for manifestation, guys. It also keeps my vibration high, keeps me aligned with my purpose, keeps me going on the right path. Keeps my mind free and clear of overthinking, my heart space connected to my head. It's like everything works together. Let's see what your self-care tips are for the month of May, Sagittarius. What did I say? Go outside, go out in nature. Connect with nature and ground. Go out to that body of water, that lake, that ocean, that pool even. Jump in it. Go have some fun. Go connect with nature. This is very important. Laugh. Watch a comedy. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at the coincidences of life. There are no coincidences, but you know what I mean. Anything that's difficult. Queen of Swords. She has a great sense of humor. She sees the funny. She sees the comedy in nature, in life. Daydream for 10 minutes. Take some 10 minutes. Take some time out, guys, to just daydream. Think about being in the pool. Think about being outside. Think about how your life would be if you just took that leap of faith. How your life would be if you would just keep moving forward. It's part of the manifestation process. Think about where you want to end up, or who you want to be. Foot. Someone has a foot fetish. There's about you're on your feet too much, or you have something like a toenail fungus, or you have something wrong with your foot. You broke your foot. You sprained your foot. You're doing too much on your feet. This is about getting a massage, a pedicure, you taking better care of your feet, something like that. Getting a foot rub. Or maybe your person's going to give you a foot rub when they see you. We have the mask with the Z's. Get more sleep. If you have issues with the light, get the blackout curtains or put a mask on, a eye mask. Turn off your phone, put it on airplane mode when you go to sleep so it doesn't disturb you, right? Read a book. This has been coming out a lot lately. Go read a book. Go outside and read a book. Go to the beach and read a book. Read a book before you go to bed. Okay? Those are your self-care tips for the month of May. All right? Nature is everything. What did I say about cleansing your energies? You're absorbing a lot of stuff. You got to do more grounding. If you've already been doing grounding, this is what I've been getting too, guys. I'm having to clear my space more, and now I'm going to be having to literally put my feet on literal ground more often, because now that my levels have increased, I'm picking up on more things. So some of you are being highly advised to start to go do that, all right? Literally, or getting a grounding mat or something, or you literally going out there, putting your feet on the grass, putting your feet on the sand, on rocks, whatever it is, on a tree. You can do that too. Yeah, so nature helps, and you're able to better communicate with God. That is the best place to communicate with God. And that helps you to level up your skills too. When you're connecting with nature more often, which is what I did, God really spoke to me there, and I started to see that my abilities were increasing. This is funny because I look at this guy hiking. Some of you may need to take up hiking, all right? That's what I did. And my abilities got stronger, and God was telling me all these things, and the animals were talking to me, the trees were talking to me. It was the most amazing thing. I missed that hike in Maryland. There are no hiking places here, but I'm making the most of it. I'm just been praying to God that I'll be able to move somewhere else where I can do hiking, kind of like California or something, where California's got everything. The nature there is wonderful. So, and people are like, what about earthquakes and fires? I'm trusting in God. If God sends me out there, I'm all for it. I'm just going to be excited that I'll be actually doing some serious hiking again. So see, I'm already trying to manifest that. I'm already speaking to the physical. Now I'm getting goosebumps. So I'm like, I see myself out there. I've always had an affinity for California since I was a child. So that is where God will have me end up at some point. I'll put it that way. I'm speaking into existence. Anyway, so when I was doing these hikes and I was literally connecting with nature, and I had my hands on the rocks, and sometimes I took my feet off. I actually put my feet in the river because it was by the Potomac River. I actually got in there at one point with my bathing suit, and it was like the most glorious thing to be in that water, to really be with nature. I've been in the Potomac several times, Great Falls, and what's it called? Harper's Ferry. When you are in a river, guys, and it's different from the ocean in a sense. Oh my God, it's an experience. So some of you are being called to do this, and God will really speak to you. The river will speak to you. Everything will speak to you. That's part of nature, and it will help you level up your skills. It's exactly what happened to me. All right, Sagittarius, so I'm going to move on to your extended. I will see you there. So meet me by clicking the description box link there. If you go to capellawellness.com, click on extended videos, look for Sagittarius in May 2023. We're going to do your love reading there, okay? But if this is where I leave you, sad face, Sagittarius, thank you so much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness.